Greetings, everyone. This is the moon message for Earth signs for the month of November, the last full moon. Here we have November the 19th, the energy of the full moon. So we're going to get started. Welcome, friends, new friends, and returning friends. I love y'all. I love and appreciate y'all as well. So we have the overall energy being the Lovers and the King of Wands here. With this Lovers and the King of Wands, first off, let's talk about the Lovers. This is personal balance being brought back into your life, personal stabilities, personal the restoration of balance after things may have been unbalanced in your life. We have the divine has called you have gone through a period of judgment. With this judgment, your misdeeds has been weighed on a scale. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel. So your misdeeds, whatever misdeeds you may have done, is being judged. Any type of action that has been not so great, the misdeeds that have been not so great, you're being held accountable for those actions right now. This is a time of reflection. We're in a time of reflection. We're coming out of a time where judgment has been placed on your life on certain things that you have gone through, certain things, certain areas of your life, certain rights, certain wrongs that could have been made right, had the opportunity to be made right. However, you may have chose whichever way you may have chosen to go. It's about someone being at a crossroads. You can go right at this crossroad, or you can go left at the crossroad. Whatever which way you decide to go is your own choosing. You can choose to walk the path that has been set before you, the divine path that has been set before you, or you can stray off this path. So either decision that you make will bring you to a point, a destination, a point where you will be held accountable for any type of misdeeds. If you've gotten off the path some type of way, the divine always tries to bring you back into alignment to get you back on that path. But you have to make the decision. It's something that you do with you have free will. You can choose whichever way you want to go. The divine hopes that you would choose to continue walking the path that's been laid out in front of you. But sometimes we get off that path and we just find it so hard to get back on that path, back to the right direction, that, steering in the right direction that the divine wants us to go. So I feel as though that's when the judgment happens. Judgment comes in, thank you. Thank you. Comes in to get you back on path and to get you back on track, depending on what decision you make. I feel as though with this with this Lover's card here, it's to bring you back in balance. It's a time of restoration. A restoration period. You're being restored. You're the natural order of which the divine wants you to go on your journey. And the thing that the divine wants is they want you to enjoy the journey fully. And to be able to do that, you must be able to walk this path and stay on path. But again, as human beings, we sometimes get off track. We get off alignment. Well, that's when the divine has to step in and call judgment. Hey, it's time for you to straighten up, get your act together, and get back on track. So we're going to give you the opportunity to do that. But it's up to you whether or not you want to do that or not. So if you don't do it, then your life, you continue to walk whatever path you want to walk, that you decided to go. If you don't get back on track, your journey becomes more difficult and you put up more resistance, because sometimes you just, you're just not, we're gonna be real, we real here, you're just not ready. You see what I'm saying? You're just not ready. You're not ready, or you just don't want to. Merely just don't. Some people just merely don't want to. So divine gives you free will. Okay, it's your choice. You have free will. You don't have to, but I suggest that you get back on track, because the more resistance you put up, the harder your journey is going to be, the harder your walk in life is going to be. So I feel as though, we are coming out of that period and that time. So now is a time of reflection and restoration, where you sit back and you reflect on your actions, the actions that you have taken, and you try to do better. When you know better, you do better, and that's just the way it is. So you try to do better. So we have, with this King of Wands here, I feel as though this is you merely taking action, taking a decision, making that decision to do better, and to go forth on the journey that has been set before you, whichever way you choose to go. Whatever route you chose to take, this is you being in that energy of the King of Wands. You're passionate about it. You're very headstrong about it. You've taken a personal stance on what you're doing, where you're headed, and where you're going. You know what you're doing. You at least, if you're not going the way the divine has set for you to go, whatever, the opposite of that, you're headstrong about it. You're very headstrong. This could be for some of you who are the unwillingness to change. And this is where a lot of resistance to your walk will come in, will play an important role in the rest of the seasons of your life. So we have envy here. So with this envy, everybody's walk is different and everybody's challenges are different. So that's something that you will have to keep in mind. Keep in mind to not allow yourself to, don't compare yourself to other people. Your journey is not their journey. Your walk is not their walk. If they don't concern yourself so much with other individuals' walk and what they're doing, because it takes away from the path and the walk that the divine has set for you to walk. How you gonna walk your path if you worried about and so concerned about what they doing over there? But I feel as though for some of you, forgive that noise, landscapers in here. So for some of you, this is you taking your personal stance on how you're being viewed around your family members, your colleagues, what they see you as, how powerful they see you. Some of you concern yourself and worry yourself so much about what other people think of you. And I feel as though there may be it's time to concern yourself not so much with others' opinion, what opinion society has formed about you, or taking off the mask. Be who you were called to be. Walk whatever path that the divine has laid for you. The divine is suggesting. This is where those decisions are being made. Coming to that crossroad, choosing to go right or left. You know, you can go right or you can go left. So I feel as though make sure you're being authentic, your authentic self, who you truly are, and you're not showing up to the world as somebody fake. So tell us about this King of Wands. Tell us about this King. See, we have balance. We have six of Pentacles. The Six of Coins. I keep saying the Six of Pentacles. We have the Six of Pentacles here with this Six of Coins. This is you being able to balance yourself, keep yourself within a healthy balance, a healthy frame of mind. You're not the scales being balanced out in your life. Spirit will help you balance the scales out in your life and balance things out in your life. Bring balance to your life, but you have to be willing. It's the willingness, because remember, the divine is never going to go against your will. You know, it's just a willing, it's your willingness to make the decision or make the choice to do what serves your highest good, your higher man. Stand within balance. An equal reciprocity in life, an equal giving and taking in life. You know, I feel as though Spirit wants you to keep that in mind. How you're showing up in life. Not being so consumed, because I'm getting here an energy of someone wanting to be consumed with power and control. Not being consumed with power and control and worrying so much about controlling things and trying to control the way your life is turning, or trying to control the way karma plays out in your life, or control the way things are going in your life. Everything is all a matter of your actions. You're being held accountable for your actions. If your life is in a place that you feel is not, it should not be, then it's only due to your actions. This is a period of reflection, a time of reflection in being okay where you are. If you need to change, if you need to do something differently, only you have the power to do that. If things are spiraling out of control, if there's a bunch of chaos and confusion in your life at this time, it's because you have that chaos and confusion going on within. As above, so below. As within, so without. And it's showing up, it's spilling up into your life because of your actions, your past actions has brought you to this point that you are right now. We have the Ace of Cups. So I feel as though to keep yourself in a healthy state, to keep yourself in a healthy balance with this Ace of Cups, I feel as though it's a matter of having compassion and showing compassion. You know what I'm saying? It's a matter of, in order to be in a balanced state where you're able to give and receive equally, you have to be in a compassionate state. You have to give love in order to receive love. You know what I'm saying? You have to show up in a loving state in order to receive love, you know. And if someone is choosing or may have made the choice to love and give you love, you know, wouldn't you think you would want to be and show up in that same manner? Not just take and take and take. There should be an equal point of reciprocity in your connections, you know, and that's all connections. That's love, showing up in love with your family and partnership, business, you know. It's a compassionate love. The divine gives you this love, displays this love to you. But if you closing your heart out to love, period, how can you show up in a compassionate state to anybody? That's where it becomes imbalanced, and that's where you begin to become envious of other people, envious of other people's success, because you're in an unloving, you're not in a loving space. You know, you're more operating more from ego than you are in a loving and compassionate state. So I feel as though the message here is merely to stay in a loving, compassionate state. I know it's to in order to receive love, you have to give love. Be in a loving and compassionate state. And I feel as though for some of you, you know, someone's heart may be closed off to love. And if your heart is closed off to love, how can you love anyone? You have no love for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have no love for yourself. You're working out of a place of ego. And that's where power and control, the need for control to control how things play out, which you can't, that's just an illusion, comes into play, because you're operating from a place of egotisticalness. So yeah. Wow. Wow. So we have all signs here. We have earth signs, air signs, water signs, and fire signs here on deck. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. So, these are my cards. Any closing messages, Spirit? Any closing messages that you have here? Any closing messages? Any closing message? Any closing message? Any message for closing? Any closing angel message? So, we have blessings in disguise here. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reason behind your present situation as everything is resolved. Yeah. So this is a blessing in disguise. So whether you choose to believe that or not, or accept that or not, is merely your personal. It's up to you. That's your will. So thank you guys, and until next time, if you're interested in a personal message or reading, check the description box below for anything, any services. So until next time, ciao y'all.